Hi, I'm Max and I teach drums here at Sono School of Music, Kedron Wavell. Today I'm going to be breaking down my top 3 tips for positioning at the drum set. So these tips are designed to help make you more comfortable, make your strokes more functional and ergonomic, and to avoid injury long term. Now these tips can also be applied to acoustic drums, electric drums, or even if you have a rudimentary practice pad setup. Like say if you have a practice pad here and a kick practice pad down there. So my first tip starts with your throne height. So what I teach my students is to sit on your throne and then get an obtuse angle happening between your chest and your thigh, and then between your thigh and your calf, like that. So if you imagine a parallel line to the floor, try and avoid having your thigh go over that line when you raise your heel to play a stroke, because we'll be playing the bass drum like this. My second tip is to position the other main instruments comfortably, the ones that you're going to be playing the most, like the snare drum, the hi-hat, and the ride cymbal. So I like to do this with the snare drum. So if you have your arms by your sides, you should be able to lift them like this and place the tips of your sticks into the center of the drum. The same principles apply for the hi-hats and the ride cymbal. It should be comfortably close, and your elbows should ideally be as close to your neutral position here as possible. The ride cymbal is a bit different because you'll have to place it in a very specific spot, I find. You don't want it too far so that you're fully extending your arm like this, and even worse, you might find yourself unconsciously leaning forward to reach a ride cymbal that's too far away. If it's too close, you might find that when you play the floor tom, you start to hit the bottom of the ride cymbal like this. Now, my third tip is to position the other instruments on your kit around those 3 instruments that we talked about earlier. So that means your rack toms, your floor tom, and your crash cymbal, all in harmony, and you have to work them around the other drums. So for example, you can't have the rack tom too close because that will force the snare drum closer to you and it'll ruin that nice balance we had earlier. So that way you should be able to move around the drums like this, nice and comfortably, and not have to extend your elbows too far like this. Hopefully these tips have made your setup more comfortable. Happy practicing, and I hope to see you next time.